I'm 25 years old and I just got my CDL this year. And probably just like a lot of y'all, I was trying to research the ins and outs of the industry throughout the whole experience. All I kept seeing was negative opinions about the trucking industry, about don't be a trucker, people selling their trucks and quitting the industry, gas prices and all these things like that. But I'm making this video to say, whether you thinking about being in the trucking industry, you already in it, or you a beginner just like me, or maybe you 10 years in the game, I feel like I got some valuable points to share with you. Make sure you keep your truck as full as possible within reason. You know what I'm saying? You never know what circumstances could be happening at the fuel station when you out on the road, to where it might be too full, it might be messing with your schedule. It's been times I've been to fuel stations and the pumps was down for 45 minutes and there's a long line of trucks. You never know if, depending on how your job is, somebody might be using the truck right after you or right before you. You want to make sure, just in case somebody else might not respect the equipment, make sure you respect the equipment and take pictures, and make sure that there's a track record of you not tearing shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, point blank period, because that's very expensive. It costs you a job, it costs you your freedom, it costs you your sanity. Just make sure that you always on point. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Always expect the unexpected. You gotta make sure that you're trying to be hyper aware. Make sure that you're being proactive, and make sure that you're being patient, because it's so much random stuff that'll happen that's out of your control while you at work. So you always want to make sure that you try to practice a standard of being, I don't have a better word to use, but on point. But like, you want to be in control of your truck, your equipment, and you want to know what's around your perimeter so that you don't have no type of mishaps. So basically, practice being hyper aware. Stay checking your mirrors, stay checking around you, and understand that other people on the road is not necessarily trained like you train. They're not necessarily trying to be as safe as you're trying to be, or they might just be having a bad day, or they might be in a rush. So make sure you get into your point B by being aware of your surroundings, just in case something crazy going on, you can remain in control. This goes back to the other point I had, but I want to elaborate a little bit more about taking pictures and communicating. You never know people's intentions. You never know what happened before you got there or after you leave. So make sure when you're dealing with something that's going to be in somebody else's hands, that you take pictures of the equipment of how it was when you had it, so that it'll be no discrepancies in anything dealing with your responsibilities.
Say it again. No way, Jose. That right. Who is Jose?
Make sure you try to learn everything. Like, don't try. Learn everything. Do as much research as you can, to the point where nobody could tell you nothing new, in a sense. You always want to be learning when you're on the job, even whether you have a trainer or not. You always want to be open to advice. You always want to be able to ask questions to more experienced people. You could bring, if you went to CDL school, bring your notes, bring your pre-trip notes and all of that. Like, bring things that will help you when you tired, when you might get confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything not perfect. Like, circumstances can get like more survival, like when you on the road for long amounts of time and you gotta really be on point. So try to learn everything inside and out so that you'll never be lost. And even when you out somewhere with no signal, maybe you don't got a radio or whatever it will have you, you'll know how to solve the problem. So right before we wrap this video up, I wanted to give y'all a bonus tip about some things that you're definitely gonna need when you're in the truck. So when I first started working and I had my phone propped up or whatever, and I was just trying to make it do what it do, I was trying to be able to talk on the phone hands-free with AirPods, and that's a no-go. These semi-trucks are so big and loud, the road noise, the air conditioning, the air just blowing, how big the truck is itself. Them little earbuds is not gonna allow you to talk on the phone and somebody be able to hear you and for you to be able to do that safely. So I got me one of these. I'm not sponsored or nothing, but I got a Blue Parrot headset. This pretty much a standard trucker headset. They be having them at all the truck stops, Best Buy. Yeah, you'll see truckers, a lot of truckers with headsets like these. It's because they got like special noise cancellation built in for you to be able to talk around loud equipment. So even if you do landscaping or construction or something like that, you'll be able to use one of these. They got different models from like $100 and up, and you know, it's different brands and stuff too. But if you're trying to talk on the phone hands-free in a semi-truck with AirPods, it's definitely not gonna work. After a couple weeks of driving, I'm just getting used to the truck, so I'm holding the steering wheel all tight, and I'm trying to make sure I got my good form so I can keep control of the truck. And I started noticing I'm getting all type of cuts and calluses on my hands, especially when you gotta crank up the legs on the trailer. It'll wear out your hands. Like, you gotta turn this thing like 35 to 40 times, and it's metal. It could be hot or cold depending on where you at. And for the next piece of equipment you definitely gonna need is some gloves. For driving and just for handling equipment in general, it's gonna save your hands. You also wanna have like some hand lotion or something, some hand sanitizer, so that you could, like, your hands will get ashy, dry, cracked up, and you'll start getting blisters and stuff. So you wanna make sure you keep your hands clean and moisturized, and have some gloves so that you working day in and day out is not destroying the thing that you need to make money. The next thing is you're definitely gonna need something like this, like one of the this is a hydro flask type thing. It'll keep your liquids at the temperature. I done had ice last in these for more than one day. And you definitely always gonna want to have water and healthy snacks, something you can eat with one hand. And other than water, I know some people like drinking energy drinks. I drink a lot of energy drinks myself just to try to stay more alert. But you want to have a drink with electrolytes. Water is gonna flush your system a lot, and then you're gonna have to stop and pee. Like, that's gonna add minutes to your trip. Electrolytes, more so, they get absorbed into your body. Like if you drink Gatorade or Pedialyte, Electrolyte, or some type of drink mix, that'll give you more energy and keep you hydrated at the same time. Kind of raggedy, but a lunch bag, because you want to have your snacks in there. You want to be able to reach right by the armrest and grab something to eat if you get hungry. Like, you don't want to have to stop if you don't have to, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's safe to do so, you can grab a snack with one hand, you know, and keep it moving, because that'll save you time. So I suggest you get a lunch bag, a water bottle, some gloves, a headset. When you spend hours on the road, it can really start to wear on your back. I found myself going to buy one of these, a little back brace. Basically, it's gonna provide support to your back. Me personally, this is my first time using a back brace. I just feel like somebody helping you support your back, you know what I'm saying? So you're not working your muscles in your back, and you're not extra stressed and tired from the fatigue of your back hurting. They also have cushions you could buy to sit in the seat, to where that'll help lumbar support. Now for the next thing you're definitely gonna 100% need, I'll put a picture of it right here. You're gonna need a phone holder, a hands-free, sturdy phone stand that you could attach to the inside of the truck, like at the cup holder or in the dashboard area. Some type of phone holder that goes like either in the cup holder or attaches to the dashboard or something like that, because driving CDL, you cannot have your phone in your hand. It's illegal. You have to have something that's hands-free, to where you use one finger or something. So I got one that was probably like $35. Like, don't get one, if you live somewhere where it's hot, do not get one of them flexible ones, because it's gonna melt and it's just gonna become weak. I suggest you get, I think it's called a Bracketron, and it's real sturdy. You wanna get something real sturdy, because the truck is gonna be bouncing around, and you want something that's gonna hold your phone. If you're using your phone for GPS and you don't have a GPS unit or whatever, you can glance down and, you know, get back to work. So that was a quick take on some things that I learned in my first month driving with my CDL Class A license. Drop a comment down below if you have any tips or experiences you want to share for new truck drivers out there.